and welcome back to GK Today. I am Nidhar and in this video we'll cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series 2022 in the GK Today's Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in the GK Today Android application. In this course in app, you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document, and also category-wise revision e-books that are optimized for reading on mobile. You are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. And let me tell you one more thing. If you want the Hindi version of this session, you can refer to our former channel named as GK Today. The link has been given in the description box from where you can reach to. So without taking much of your time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 11th of October 2022. Okay, before we move ahead, I have to inform you something. Actually, I'd be on leave from 15th of October up to 20th of November due to some personal reason, and so that's why any other faculty of GK Today would be taking my place for this time period, and he or she will continue this daily current affairs series till that time. Okay, and I will be back again after 20th of November, so nothing to worry about. Till that time, be patient and study hard. Fine. Let's start with our session. Prohibition of online gambling and Regulation of Online Games Ordinance 2022 came into effect in which state? So, the Governor of Tamil Nadu state, Mr. R.N. Ravi, gave his assent to an ordinance to ban online gambling and regulate online gambling in the state. Okay, and with this, the Tamil Nadu Prohibition of Online Gambling and Regulation of Online Games came into effect. So, under the regulations, local online game providers can provide the service only after the registration, which will be valid for 3 years. Okay, and they shall not provide any online gaming service or allow playing of any type of online game of chance which is specified in the schedule with money or other type of stakes. Okay, so only thing you have to remember is this will belong to the state of Tamil Nadu. Now, apart from it, the center has recently constituted a 9-member task force. Why? To monitor the cheetah introduction in the Kuno National Park that lies in the state of Madhya Pradesh and other designated areas. So, the National Tiger Conservation Authority would facilitate the working of cheetah task force, and it will be in force for a period of total 2 years. And they will basically monitor the health status of the cheetah, quarantine and soft release enclosure, and the protection status of the area, also adaptation of the cheetahs to the habitat of Kuno National Park. Okay, so you can be asked that Kuno National Park, where cheetahs have been introduced, is located in which Indian state? So answer would be Madhya Pradesh. Next question is, after the proposed sale of stake in IDBI Bank, what would be the combined shareholding of LIC and the government? So, Department of Investment and Public Asset Management invited the bids for selling the stakes in IDBI Bank to facilitate its privatization. Okay, and the potential investor should have a minimum net worth of 22,500 crore rupees, and it should have a must report net profit in 3 out of the last 5 years. Okay, so the government and LIC hold 94.72% stake in the IDBI Bank, and after sale, the combined shareholding of LIC and the government will come down to 34%. Okay, so correct answer would be 34%. Next question is, which company launched its first electric scooter named as Vida V1? So, country's largest two-wheeler maker, Hero MotoCorp, entered into the electric vehicle segment now with the launch of its first electric scooter named as Vida V1. And this will compete with the likes of Bajaj Chetak, TVS iQube, and Panther Energy, Hero Electric, Ola Electric, etc. Right? And Hero MotoCorp has announced to invest nearly $60 million in the US-based Zero motorcycles to jointly develop these electric motorcycles. Okay, so this is the initiative of Hero MotoCorp. Many times I have told you, whenever you will see any superlative degree like first and last, so that question would be very, very important. Next is Center for Civil Liberties, which was awarded 2022 Nobel Peace Prize, is based in which country? So 2022 Nobel Peace Prize awarded to human rights advocate Alice Bialatsky, who is from the country Belarus. Russian Human Rights Organization Memorial and Ukrainian Human Rights Organization named as Center for Civil Liberties. Okay. So as per the Norwegian Nobel Committee, they have promoted the right to criticize the power and protect the fundamental rights of the citizen, and they have actually made an effort to document the war crimes, human right abuses and the abuse of power. Okay. So Center for Civil Liberties, it is one of the recipient of 2022 Nobel Peace Prize, is based in the country Ukraine. Next is, what is the theme of the World Cotton Day 2022? So every year we celebrate this day on 7th of October, and this year marks the 3rd anniversary celebration of this international event. So as per the Food and Agricultural Organization of United Nations, the theme of the World Cotton Day this year is Weaving a Better Future for Cotton. Okay, and UNCTAD along with International Trade Center launched initiative to offer assistance to the cotton 4 nations. Which are the cotton 4 nations? Benin, Burkina Faso, Chad and Mali. Okay, so 2 things are important. World Cotton Day is celebrated on 7th of October every year, and this year theme was Weaving a Better Future for Cotton. Next is Indian Navy signed an agreement on white shipping information exchange with which country? So Indian Navy signed an agreement on white shipping information exchange with the Royal New Zealand Navy. And as per the statement of the Ministry of Defence, the Memorandum of Understanding basically promotes greater transparency in the maritime domain. And this agreement was signed during the visit of Indian Navy Chief Admiral R. Hari Kumar to the country New Zealand. Okay, so you can be asked that which 2 countries are involved in the white shipping information exchange. Answer would be India and New Zealand. Next is, as of 2022, what is the estimated insurance penetration in India? Actually, insurance penetration is measured as the percentage of insurance premium to the GDP. And in India, the insurance penetration is estimated at a little over 3%. Okay. So HDFC Life, which is one of the country's leading insurance companies, has recently launched the Insure India campaign, and this campaign aims to educate the Indians on the benefits of the life insurance as a product category. Fine. So correct answer would be 3%. Next is, which is the host of the Ministerial Dialogue of US-India Strategic Clean Energy Partnership in 2022? So Union Petroleum Minister Hardeep Singh Puri co-chaired the Ministerial Dialogue of US-India Strategic Clean Energy Partnership with US Energy Secretary where? In Washington, D.C. And the Union Minister will also interact with the World Bank officials on the climate resilient urban infrastructure, etc. So this partnership was launched in the year 2021 in accordance with US-India Climate and Clean Energy Agenda 2030 partnership. Okay, and this year host is Washington DC, means USA. Next is, which department of the Finance Ministry releases the post-devolution revenue deficit grant? So Department of Expenditure, which works under Ministry of Finance, has recently released the 7th monthly installment of post-devolution revenue deficit grant of 7,183 crore rupees to total 14 states. Okay, and this grant has been released as per the recommendations of 15th Finance Commission, and this commission has recommended a total post-devolution revenue deficit grant of 86,201 crore rupees to total 14 states for the financial year 2022 to 23. Okay, so this grant is actually released by Department of Expenditure. You can also be asked that Department of Expenditure works under which ministry, so answer would be Ministry of Finance. Next question is, World Migratory Bird Day commemorated every year in which months? Actually, World Migratory Bird Day is commemorated twice a year, first on second Saturday of the May month, and second is the second Saturday of October month. Okay, so on the second Saturday in the month of October, people all around Central and South America, Mexico and the Caribbean commemorate the World Migratory Bird Day. So this day is observed 2 times a year. Answer would be May and October. Now apart from it, the World Smile Day is observed on the first Friday of October month every year, and this year what was the theme? Do an act of kindness, help one person smile. Okay, and the objective behind observing Smile Day was to dedicate a day in a year to smiles and the kind of good act. Okay, so you can be asked that World Smile Day is observed in which month every year, so answer would be October month. And what was the theme for this year? Do an act of kindness, help one person smile. Next question is, which Indian bank has launched a Smart Wire online facility for inward wire remittances? So ICICI Bank has launched the Smart Wire, which is a kind of online solution to help its customers carry out SWIFT based inward remittances in a faster and seamless manner. Okay, so this Smart Wire facility will actually allow the NRIs and the resident customers as well to undertake the inward remittance transaction in an online and secure mode. Okay, so only thing relevant is Smart Wire online facility is the initiative of ICICI Bank. Last question says, Prashant Kumar has been appointed as the MD and CEO of which Indian private sector bank? So Reserve Bank of India has approved the appointment of Mr. Prashant Kumar as MD and CEO of Yes Bank for 3 years. And earlier, the alternate board of this Yes Bank recommended to the Reserve Bank of India for its approval for the appointment. So before joining the Yes Bank, Prashant Kumar was Deputy Managing Director and CFO of the State Bank of India. Okay, so you can also be asked that who is the current MD and CEO of Yes Bank. So name is also important. Name is Mr. Prashant Kumar. So these are the most important current affairs and the news from today. And now we'll come to our revision section. Which 3 categories we are covering today? So first of all, we'll see cricket related current affairs. Then at second, we'll see tennis related current affairs. And at last, we'll see few important institutions that were in news. Okay, this was also the recommendation from the comment section, cricket and tennis. So these are our new categories. Let's start with cricket current affairs. Aaron Finch, who announced retirement from international cricket, is a famous player from which country? So recently he has announced his retirement from international cricket and he is from the country Australia. And few days back, if you remember, Ian Morgan has also announced his retirement and he is from the country England. Which entity is the title sponsor for India's home cricket matches for the 2022-23 season? So MasterCard is the title sponsor for India's home cricket matches for this time period. Who is the most successful pace bowler in the history of international cricket as of 2022? This is James Anderson. Okay, and you have to tell me James Anderson is from which country. Who is the first cricketer to play 600 matches in T20 cricket? So Kieron Pollard has become the very first cricketer to play 600 matches in T20 cricket. India has been elected as the host of ICC Women's Cricket World Cup in which year? Actually, talking about ICC Women's Cricket World Cup, The 2024 session would be hosted by Bangladesh. 2025 session would be hosted by India. Then 2026 would be hosted by England, and 2027 would be hosted by the country Sri Lanka. Here the question is talking about India, so answer would be the year 2025. Which is the first country to announce equal pay for both male and the female cricketers? So New Zealand is the very first country that has announced that equal pay would be given for both male and female cricketers, no matter the match is international or domestic. Which Indian cricketer created a world record for scoring the most runs in an over in a test cricket? So Jasprit Bumrah has created a world record by scoring 35 runs in a single over. So 35 runs included 2 sixes and 4 fours. Fine. And there is one more news that is important regarding cricket current affairs. Don't forget that England has created a world record with a one-day international score of 498 runs. Right? Can you tell me England has made this score against which country? And also don't forget that who's the first woman cricketer to appear in total 6 World Cups? So that would be Mithali Raj. Okay. Next we'll be talking about important tennis related current affairs. Who is the winner of the US Open Tennis Tournament 2022? So the winner of US Open for this year is Carlos Alcaraz. Okay, and he is from the country Spain. So he has won this title by defeating whom? So he has defeated Casper Ruud, and he is from the country Norway. Okay. Which tennis player won 23 Grand Slam singles title, the most of any woman in the Open era? So the most number of Grand Slam singles title have been won by Serena Williams. You have to tell me from which country she belonged to. Which tennis player became the first player in the history to win 80 matches in all the 4 Grand Slam? This is Novak Djokovic, and he is from the country Serbia. Which tennis player, none of the big 3, became the world number 1 men's player in the ATP ranking? So this year, Daniil Medvedev was declared as the world number 1 men's player in the ATP ranking, and here big 3 refers to Novak Djokovic, Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer. Who is the winner of the French Open Tennis Women's Singles 2022 title? Talking about French Open, the winner in the women's single category is Iga Swiatek, and if we talk about the men's category in French Open, so winner was Rafael Nadal. Okay, and Iga Swiatek is from the country Poland. Okay. Which tennis player won the Italian Open 2022 women's single title? Talking about Italian Open, men's single title was won by Novak Djokovic, and women's single title was again won by Iga Swiatek, who is from the country Poland. Also talking about Iga Swiatek, don't forget that she has recently become the Women's Tennis Association world number 1. Okay. Stefanos Tsitsipas, who won the Monte Carlo Masters 2022, is a tennis player from which country? So he is a tennis player from the country Greece, and recently he won the Monte Carlo Masters. Okay. Now at last we'll talk about important institutions that were in news. 1 week 1 lab theme based campaign which was launched recently is associated with which institution? This campaign is related to CSIR. Operation Megh Chakra, which was seen in the news, is associated with which institution? So Operation Megh Chakra is related to the Central Bureau of Investigation. Dilip Asbe has been reappointed as the MD and CEO of which institution? So he has been reappointed as the MD and CEO of National Payment Corporation of India. NCC means the National Cadet Corps signed the Memorandum of Understanding with which institution to tackle the issue of plastic pollution? So for tackling the issue of plastic pollution, NCC has signed this MOU with United Nations Environment Programme. The Indian Army has collaborated with which institution for activating the satellite broadband-based internet service on the Siachen Glacier? So for activating the satellite broadband-based internet service on the Siachen Glacier, Indian Army has collaborated with BBNL. Okay, Bharat Broadband Network Limited. Now don't forget that Indian Air Force was raised on 8th of October 1932, and this year the Air Force is celebrating its 90th raising day on 8th of October. Okay, so this year the Air Force Day flypast was scheduled to take place over Sukhna Lake in Chandigarh, and for the first time the parade and flypast of Air Force Day have been moved out of the National Capital Region. Okay, so you can be asked that which institution celebrated its 90th Raising Day on 8th of October. So answer would be Indian Air Force. Now let's start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenu Hatsana signing off.